So this guy, I'm guessing you guys have probably seen him. His name is Zack D Films, and I bet you guys get a video of his on your For You page all the time, right? In fact, he posted an hour ago. He posts like 5 times a day. So today I am going to be reacting to clones of his. So like there's like 50 people that are like him, and yeah, so today we're gonna be reacting to all these people because all these people apparently are pretty big. So yeah, let's try it. Okay, so first we'll watch a Zack D Films video, cause yeah, okay, so let's watch this one. This one looks interesting.
If you started digging,
okay, wait, hold on, let's go full screen.
If you started digging and just didn't stop, you might think you would eventually reach the other side of Earth. But after just a few feet, the dirt would be really hard to move. Eventually, you would hit thick, compacted rock that a shovel just can't break through. If you pushed past that with a machine and reached a few miles down, it would be hotter than boiling water. At over 20 miles deep, you would hit the mantle, where rock is so hot it flows like lava. And even if you could survive it, the pressure would crush you long before.
Chat, how do humans know what a core is when they haven't even reached it yet? How does that even work?
Before you got close to the Earth's core. If you start.
Okay, so that is Zack D Films. Now there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people that I'm gonna be reacting to. So let's start with Zack Films, shall we? So this man is apparently a Zack D Films clone. Like, people call him Zack D Films from Temu. So let's see.
If you drink seawater while lost in the sea, you most likely die by dehydration. Because seawater contains an extreme concentration of salt, and your kidneys will not be able to process it, meaning you will need far more fresh water to flush out the excess sodium, leading to fatal dehydration. But if you decide to drink a whole liter at once, a pirate's boat will attack you. Jack Sparrow scratches your ass. If you drink seawater while...
Okay, so that is Zack Films. What the heck did I just watch? Okay. So now there is this boy called, or what? Okay. So this guy is his story. So I guess this guy like does more of storytelling than Zack D Films, and looks like he puts himself in every single like video. So let's react to one of them. I thought she was lost.
A toddler was doing a crossword puzzle alone on the park bench, so I crouched down and asked if she was lost. She swatted my hand away. I am a 40-year-old woman, you absolute buffoon. I stepped back and saw she was 2 feet tall, and I figured she was just a confused toddler who'd wandered off, so I scooped her up to bring her.
What? You don't just do that! Huh?
To the police station, absolutely convinced I was doing the right thing. She kicked and twisted the whole way there. Unhand me this instant, you enormous oaf. This is
What? What is this? Okay, so like how can you, like, bro, you could literally see her wrinkles. Bro, chat, what? Bro.
kidnapping. I took out the tiny stuffed bear key ring from my pocket. You cutie, calm down now. I waved the bear in her face. Look, someone wants to meet you. She pinched me as hard as she could. You galloping imbecile. You must have the same intellectual capacity as a houseplant. A mom on another bench pulled her kid closer as I marched past. I held her out with 2 hands at arm's length until we got to the police station. She scoffed. Now you'll finally see what I was talking about. I took back the bear and set her on the counter. She smoothed her tiny blazer, lifted her chin, and nodded. Afternoon, officer. The officer nodded like they knew each other. Good to see you, Diane. He pointed at me. So, who's this guy? She rolled her eyes. Another idiot who thinks I'm a helpless child. He typed her name into his monitor and turned the screen around. Diane Holding, 43 years old, world's smallest woman. She straightened her tie, lifted her chin, and delivered her verdict. You've made a rather profound error in judgment. My mouth was open in shock, and the bear was still dangling from my finger. She tilted her head. Are you lost? She rallied out the door and climbed back onto a bench to pick up her crossword right where I'd interrupted it, while I stayed behind to explain why I'd hauled a grown woman in off the street. A toddler was doing a...
This did not happen. There's no shot. Bro, she looks 80 years old. She doesn't even look 40. Bro, okay. So that was his story. So it's like more of storytelling. In fact, let's actually watch another his story video. Just to see. Okay, what is this?
The flight attendant slipped me a napkin that said, "The pilot isn't who he says he is. Meet me in the back to talk." I knew she chose to tell me because of the military dog tags around my neck. I folded the napkin and slid it into my pocket, and that's when the captain's voice came over the intercom. "Good morning, folks. This is Captain Hopkins, expecting smooth skies to Chicago." But something was wrong. I could feel it in my bones. I waited 2 minutes and casually walked to the back, not knowing what to expect. The flight attendant was there with a man holding up a police badge. The man whispered, "I'm glad you're here. I'm an undercover cop." I knew something was wrong straight away. The flight attendant whispered, "I've flown with Captain Hopkins for 6 years. I don't exactly know what's wrong, but I know that's not Hopkins, and we're flying the wrong way." She showed me the flight map of where we were heading. The plane is heading toward an abandoned airport. I leaned over the map. My body was pumping with adrenaline because it was the perfect place to crash a plane. There's an empty space above the pilot's room. I can climb up and listen to what the pilot and co-pilot are planning through the ceiling. Take my number. If you can tell there's something fishy going on, text me one word, now. That's the signal to move. And to distract everyone while I climbed above the ceiling, the flight attendant made an announcement on the speakers to tell everyone to keep their seatbelts on. Through the cracks, I could hear 2 men in the pilot's room talking. 15 years ago today, our brother died because of Captain Hopkins. Now we get to crash his plane with him tied up on it while we impersonate him. I texted the undercover cop. Now, the cart slammed into the pilot's room door, and the cop kicked it open. I dropped through the ceiling and tackled the fake pilot out of his seat. The cop pinned the co-pilot to the floor. The flight attendant grabbed the radio. "Mayday, our pilot is gone. We need help landing right now." She looked at me. "Find Hopkins, the actual pilot. He has to be on this plane somewhere." I sprinted to the back of the plane, checking every door. I yanked open the closet next to the bathrooms, and Captain Hopkins was inside with his hands tied and tape across his mouth. I ripped the tape off. "Get me to the controls." He ran to the front and dropped into the pilot's chair. He grabbed the wheel. "Tower, this is the real Captain Hopkins. I'm landing this plane." When we finally landed, the cops dragged the brothers off in handcuffs. The flight attendant came up to me in the aisle. I pulled the napkin out of my pocket and held it up. "You saved 200 lives with this." She smiled and took it back. The flight attendant...
Wow. Did this bro, there's no way this happened, right? There's no way this happened. There's no. There's no way that happened, bro. Okay, so that was his story, and apparently there's actually a replicate of his story, and it's her story. So it's like the female version of his story. So let's watch a video, shall we, from her? Guys, I already watched Zack films. All right, let me... Hold on, let's see this.
We were sitting in the living room watching Shark Tank when my daughter looked at me and said, Mommy, I'm gonna be the youngest CEO in the whole neighborhood." The next weekend, she set up a lemonade stand, but instead of mixing regular country time lemonade like every other kid, she came up with a bright idea. She spent the morning in our kitchen, mixing what she called gourmet flavors, watermelon mint, strawberry basil, and something she called lavender honey that actually tasted incredible. She printed labels from our home printer and charged 50 cents more per cup than every other kid on the block. Our neighbor, Mrs. Haggerty, was having a yard sale that weekend. Mia knocked on her door and offered her 10% of her profits to set up in front of her driveway for the foot traffic. She was out there at 7 in the morning with a painted sign and little sample cups for people to try before they bought. She sold out by noon. Saturday afternoon, she recruited 2 neighborhood kids and gave them matching visors. She trained them on how to greet customers and how to make change. By Sunday morning, she was running a 3-person operation from our front yard. That's when the man in the BMW pulled up. He looked at the stand and said he only had Apple Pay. Mia reached under the table and pulled out her dad's portable card reader. She held it up to him and said, "No problem, sir. You can
How
swipe,
does
tap,
your dad have a portable What? Yo, how does your dad just have a portable card reader? Is he also like a business guy? Do you just pull that out of your pocket?
Or contactless. No excuses. His mouth dropped open while a 9-year-old processed his credit card for $3 worth of lemonade. An hour later, a kid 3 houses down set up his own stand. Mia walked over with her biggest smile and said, "Hey Noah, wanna merge? We'd cover way more customers together." Intimidated by her professional setup, he agreed immediately. Within an hour, she'd absorbed his whole operation and put him in charge of what she called their satellite location. By the end of the weekend, she counted everything out on the kitchen table. $217. She looked at her dad and said, "I just made more money than your Starbucks habit costs you in a week." Then she pulled out a notebook and started flipping through pages of profit margins and expense tracking for every flavor. I asked her where she learned about profit margins. She looked at me like it was the most obvious thing in the world. YouTube, Mom. There's tutorials for everything. We were...
Ball right, bro. Her story does not teach me that, bro. Guys, so I guess that's her story. There's like multiple other people. Y'all want me to react to another Zack D film short, so you know, fine, let's do that. Okay, Zack Films. Zick D Films? There's another guy? Zick? Who is Zick? Zick? That doesn't exist, bro. I don't see any of that. Okay, let's just watch another video of this
Super
guy.
Mega Hearing is 10,000 times more sensitive than a human, and this allows him to track danger from miles away. Ooh, my gosh. I really would like to get a big kebab shawarma. Super Mega...
What? Yo. Genuinely? What does that mean, bro? Okay, I don't... Okay, so that's Zack D Films. Can you please time me out for 1 minute? Bro, stop spamming, guys. Stop it. All right, okay. I'm sorry, chat. Okay, look. So there's this other guy named Simple How, and we're gonna react to how Coke might give you a heart attack. See, I don't know which type they're talking about, but I hope it's cola.
If you drink Diet Coke, you might be putting yourself at risk for a heart attack. Even though there's no sugar, this isn't the only thing that puts you at risk. Diet Coke has an ingredient called L-aspartyl L-phenylalanine methyl ester, or commonly known as aspartame. And drinking just 1 can a day raises your risk of irregular heartbeats by 20%. This is because aspartame is an artificial sweetener, and its sweet taste tricks your brain into thinking you are having sugar. This causes an unnecessary insulin response, which can lead to plaque buildup in your arteries, putting you at risk of a heart attack. That's why you need to be checking the back of every ingredient label for harmful chemicals, or you can use a product scanner like Vita Scanner. Vita is an independent research app which lets you scan products and warns you about all the hidden bad ingredients. If you
Yo, W plug. Yo, W plug. Yo, chat, that was actually kind of good because that makes me want to get that app. Wait, that's a W, bro. No one drinks Diet Coke anyways, but yo, W plug, bro. Chat, I don't even drink soda. I drink coffee. Chat, if you drink Diet Coke, you might be cooked, bro. Okay, so let's watch another video from Simple How. So we got this blonde, handsome looking guy. Let's watch him.
If you use Old Spice, you might be shrinking.
What? Yo, what was that?
Your balls. That's because some Old Spice shampoos contain parabens, which is a preservative linked to hormone disruption, lowering testosterone, and reduced sperm quality. Paraben products are banned from certain cosmetics in Europe, and if you want to be safe, you should use a product scanner like Vita Product Scanner. By scanning, you can find paraben-free alternatives and discover hidden ingredients in the products you use. Vita also gives expert quick summaries so you'll fully understand the reason behind your
Yeah, I think this guy sold his soul to like Vita, bro. I think is every video just about Vita?
What the hell?
Is every video this guy makes just about Vita?
If cactus spikes somehow get stuck to your skin, start by using tweezers to gently remove the larger ones. Carefully grasp each spike near the base and pull it out at the same angle it entered to avoid breaking it off under the skin. For the smaller and finer spikes, apply a layer of glue to the area and once dry, peel the glue off slowly and steadily. Once they're removed, thoroughly clean the area with soap and warm water to remove any remaining debris.
Wait, this is actually kind of a smart idea. Okay. So there's this other guy named Nolus Studio. What? What? Okay,
Why are Africans so black? When early Africans
what?
faced intense sunlight, their bodies had to find a way to protect themselves.
It's because they produce melanin. And for those who don't know, melanin is what makes your skin darker. And melanin protects you from the sun. So over time, they adapted and produced so much melanin, I think. Right? Am I a genius? Yo,
From the harmful UV rays. Their skin adapted by producing more melanin, and the more they had,
that was right.
the
Yes,
darker
that was
their
right.
skin became. The melanin also helped them block some of the heat from absorbing into their skin, stopping their bodies from overheating. Why are Africans so black? When early Africans faced
this is why I get constant sunburn. Guys, look at my shoulder real quick. I produced 0 melanin, bro. Look at this. Look at this. Chat. We should be jealous. That what bro, I don't even know what I'm talking. I don't even know what I'm saying. Okay, so yeah, let's react to another Nolus Studio video.
If a man tried to fight a gorilla, he would get torn to pieces in seconds. But if you throw in 10 men at once, things start to get tricky, as the average man weighs about 180 pounds. But even combined, they wouldn't stand a chance. Now, if 100 men swarmed the gorilla, they would actually have the weight and energy to drag it down. But even pinned under a pile of bodies, the gorilla would still be clawing and trying to tear its way. If a man tried to fight a gorilla, he would get
Yo, chat, they just solved the question for us. 100 men vs 1 gorilla. Who would win? Okay. So now this is the last guy. His name is 3D Series. The last time he posted was 1 day ago, so it looks like he's pretty active. Let's watch this guy.
जितने ज्यादा एक्सेल ट्रक के पीछे जोड़ोगे उतनी बड़ी प्रॉब्लम होगी स्पीड ब्रेकर पर चढ़ते ही पूरा
Oh wow, okay. This, oh wait, is there like auto dub?
Shifts onto it.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
The more axles you add behind a truck, the bigger the problem becomes. As it hits a speed breaker, the entire load shifts onto a single axle, while the other one hangs in the air. To stop this, engineers created the bell crank system. As one axle moves up, the bell crank transfers the load to the other axle.
Ah. Okay,
The
that
more
was
axles
okay.
you add behind.
All right. Okay. Chat. Who do you think is the best Zack D Films clone? So look, I did not know this guy. I did not know this channel spoke a different language. So I guess it's gonna be kind of hard to rate this one.
As the fighter jet lands on the ship and moves forward, its tail hook catches one of these steel cables. As the jet moves forward, the cable pulls and rapidly reduces its high speed, allowing the fighter jet to land easily in a short distance of just 200 meters. As the
why'd the dub guy like moan? What? Chat, who do you think is the best? Zack D Films? Bro, stop like genuinely chill on the spamming, bro. Zack D Film Yo, I meant Zack D Films. Guys, he doesn't exist. What? Zack D Films just is in my chat right now.
If you solve the 6-7 kid, you would completely get a brain rot parasite. And say 6-7 everywhere, immediately begin to panic. Instead, kick the 6-7 kid and remove the brain rot. If you solve...
Oh! What? Now we have Zack Films? Bro. What is going on? Why do we have literally 10,000 people like Zack D... Bro. Chat, is Zack D Films gonna rule the world? I guess that's the clones. Let's watch another Zack Films video because, like, what the heck is going on? We gotta.
If you drink seawater while lost in the sea, you most likely...
Wait, hold on, wait. Okay, I need to scroll.
Place an ultra...
Okay, so this is like a wacky version of Zack D Films, apparently.
Place an ultra-thin thread to the yo-yo and attach it with a slip knot to your middle finger, guiding it in the air. Then, to bring it back, flip your hand and give a small tug to catch it, mastering the spinning at the bottom. And this lets you perform impossible tricks. Place an ultra...
I'm speechless. I think that's gonna end off, yeah, I think that's the thing that's gonna end it off, bro. What was that? You know what? Yeah, no. Okay, bye guys. Make sure to like and subscribe. That was fun. If you want me to react to more clones, let me know. I'll see you guys next time, and peace.